Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. A man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. In each of us there is another, whom we do not know. Man's task is to become conscious of the contents that press upward from the unconscious. Follow that will, and that way which experience confirms to be your own. The rational attitude, which permits us to declare objective values as valid at all, is not the work of the individual subject, but the product of human history. To find out what is truly individual in ourselves, profound reflection is needed, and suddenly we realize how uncommonly difficult the discovery of individuality is. I don't aspire to be a good man. I aspire to be a whole man. The greatest and most important problems of life are all fundamentally insoluble. They can never be solved but only outgrown. The first half of life is devoted to forming a healthy ego, the second half is going inward and letting go of it. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to a better understanding of ourselves. Every human life contains a potential. If that potential is not fulfilled, then that life was wasted. I shall not commit the fashionable stupidity of regarding everything I cannot explain as a fraud. I regret many follies, which sprang from my obstinacy, but without that trait, I would not have reached my goal. Resistance to the organized mass can be effected only by the man who is as well organized in his individuality as the mass itself. How can I be substantial if I do not cast a shadow? I must have a dark side also if I am to be whole. We cannot change anything unless we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people. Whatever is rejected from the self appears in the world as an event. The acceptance of oneself is the essence of the whole moral problem and the epitome of a whole outlook on life. Find out what a person fears most, and that is where he will develop next. The pendulum of the mind oscillates between sense and nonsense, not between right and wrong. Wholeness is not achieved by cutting off a portion of one's being, but by integration of the contraries. No tree, it is said, can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell. Man needs difficulties. They are necessary for health. Where wisdom reigns, there is no conflict between thinking and feeling. Nobody, as long as he moves among the chaotic currents of life, is without trouble. In all chaos there is a cosmos, in all disorder a secret order. To ask the right question is already half the solution of a problem. Faith, hope, love, and insight are the highest achievements of human effort. They are found given by experience. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being.